from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Here's the Lions kicker, Austin Seibert, to do the honors, and we are underway now at Ford Field. The return man is Grant. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Second and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jalen Reeves-Maybin in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Out of the gun, Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Goff now looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down inbounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go!
A gain of 14. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
First down, a run with Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Normally that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now it's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. That's a gain of 7. Brings it 3rd and 2. Goff. And that is incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try it now with Swift. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields swings this out here for Cohen. And he goes out right around the 39. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. To throw is Fields. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Goff. Swift's got the first down and then some. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good. 4 yards. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing again is Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Fields. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And that will be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Raymond now on the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half. Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play fake for Swift, now Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
But now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw, Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown there to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? What if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. Grant sets to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. It leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means fourth down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Right back to Swift again on second down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Fields. Robinson's got it. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
On second down now, it's Montgomery, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Let's go, boys.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Trey Flowers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Escape, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield.
A leap, and he will make the catch. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Cyber, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Following the touchdown, here's Cyber now to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now Fields and the Bears down 14-7. 47 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Once again, it's Swift. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And one last throw here for Fields. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They